Hello everyone, I'm Matt Mullen and I welcome you to the July 18th, 2024 episode of FREEPOD. As always, we are proud to bring you this short weekly podcast with the help of a large volunteer group dedicated to providing objective news that is specific to our community.
Hi Matt, I'm Amy Fisher, and now let's get started on the news you've been missing. The Freeport City Council recently approved a road use agreement that requires the company planning to install a solar farm on 18th Avenue in East Freeport to pay to repair the road after their development is complete. This comes after citizens voiced concerns about 18th Avenue and its current condition at a town hall meeting hosted by the city last summer. The city's road work will be reimbursed up to $470,000 by the developer of the project, and there will be no cost to taxpayers. Freeport leaders said road improvements are needed to support equipment for the solar farm and to bring better roads for the residents who drive it daily. Wayne Duckman, Freeport's Community and Economic Development Director, explained that the whole road needs to be reconstructed from foundation to asphalt, and the long-term benefits will outweigh the short-term inconvenience during construction. Duckman said that the city is happy to work with green energy initiatives. He's also pleased about the opportunity to work with the developer, both to ensure the completion of the solar farm and to provide a positive benefit for local residents in the process. Duckman said that residents are a top priority when it comes to working with companies wishing to set up business in Freeport. The city plans to finish the initial construction on the road in late 2024 or early 2025 and will be reimbursed by the solar farm developer soon afterwards.
Last week, we reported on an event for cool family fun that was scheduled for Friday night, but Pool-a-Palooza has been rescheduled to Saturday, August 3rd. The Freeport Park District's Reed Park Family Aquatic Center, also known as the Reed Park Pool, will be open that night for a night swim and poolside party from 6 until 8 p.m., with beach volleyball games, poolside games, music, and concessions. So a bit of a wait, but not for long. Let's look forward to this rescheduled fun event on August 3rd.
For those of you with students who need a new sports physical to participate in school sports in the coming school year, you can get one with no appointment next Monday, July 22nd. Just head to the FHN Family Healthcare Center, Burchard Hills, from 5 to 7 p.m. These exams meet both Illinois and Wisconsin eligibility requirements for all sports and are good through the 2024-2025 school year. Students are asked to come during the time scheduled for their sport, which can be found at FHN's website at www.fhn.org. Forms must be printed, completed, and signed prior to arriving for physicals, which are priced at $25. Only cash or checks are accepted, and the total amount of the fee is donated back to the student's school.
If you have a craving for fair food or just can't wait to ride the Ferris wheel, your wait is almost over. The Stephenson County Fair starts Tuesday, July 23rd and goes through Saturday, July 27th. Traditional activities like carnival rides, tractor pulls, and a demolition derby are on the agenda, along with monster trucks, bingo, vendor booths, goat yoga, an antique tractor parade and show, chicken and pig scrambles, the farm animal exhibitions, and a huge variety of other activities for children and adults. Free admission is available over the noon hour if you want to check out the fair for lunch. Check out the website for details. Debuting this year is a hot dog eating contest sponsored by 312 Beef and Sausage, a BMX bike thrill show, and a giant foam party, free every day, along with many other new events. Fair hours are from 8:30 a.m. to 10 p.m., and vendors are open from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. The fairgrounds are located at 2250 South Walnut Road in Freeport. Gate admission is $6 for ages 8 and older, and grandstand admission is $10 for those 8 and over. Season passes and super grandstand passes are also available, and parking is free. You can check out the fair website at stephensoncountyfair.org.
Did you know the roots of the fair go back to 1853 when the Stephenson County Agricultural Society was formed? The first county fair took place on October 4th, 1854, and was held in a pasture near the Halderman Steam Flouring Mill southwest of Freeport, which would now be the area between Locust, Blackhawk, Beaver, and Avon Streets. At that venue, a gentleman named Luman Montique entered 75 varieties of apples and won first place for his efforts. Indeed, the Stephenson County Fair has a rich history. When the American Civil War began in 1861, the fairgrounds were used as a military camp called Camp Scott. Buildings were converted to officer quarters, and stalls became sleeping quarters for the soldiers. Army training drills took place daily, and soldiers were sent to Camp Butler in Springfield when they were ready to join the Union Army. In 1910, former President Theodore Roosevelt spoke at the fair. He was traveling to different parts of Illinois to raise money for a retirement home for retired and disabled railroad men located in Highland Park, Illinois. 30,000 people were in attendance that day, and $2,000 were raised. In 1949, the fair was scheduled for August, but was postponed because of the polio epidemic. It was eventually held in October that year. Our current fairgrounds were established in December of 1951. 30 acres were purchased from Albert and Henry Albertus, and they donated 10 acres for naming rights. The park's official name is Albertus Park, home of the Stephenson County Fair. The first fair held on the new fairgrounds took place in August 1952. The home ec building was the only structure built at the time. The first commercial building was built in time for the 1953 fair, and the current grandstands were constructed in 1968 at a total cost of just over $50,000. The Stephenson County Fair is an important rite of summer for many area residents. Local folks may have experienced their first dates at the fair, had first kisses on the Ferris wheel, showed a grand champion hog or steer, entered their pickles for judging, competed in the Fair Queen competition, suffered their first queasy tummy on the old Roundup or other carnival ride. For me, it was the Gravitron. Or saw a now famous act at the grandstand from Johnny Cash to Blake Shelton. It is a wonderful Midwest summer tradition. We hope you'll head out to the fair next week to have plenty of fun and food and make some new memories as we all celebrate their 170th anniversary.
You may not know it, but today is an important national holiday during National Ice Cream Month, as today is National Ice Cream Day. Freeport, of course, is home to a premier ice cream parlor, Union Dairy, which is celebrating its 110th anniversary this year. In 1914, Union Dairy found its origins during a time when Stephenson County held the largest number of creameries in the state. A man named Albert Hill and his associate Conrad Kaiser met up while transporting milk to customers on opposite sides of town. They decided to join forces and establish the Union Dairy on East Stephenson Street and later moved to the current location on Douglas Street. You can see a photo of their early delivery trucks from their website in the script for this week's FreePod episode on our website. The production of ice cream was soon to follow in 1934. Many of the recipes were created by some of the innovative employees at the time, leading to the introduction of orange pudding, the most popular flavor invented at the dairy, and still a classic today. On this important holiday, FreePod host Tim Connors visited Union Dairy to find out more about why it's such a special part of our community's history. Let's hear what he has discovered.
I am with Aaliyah, a manager here at Union Dairy. And Aaliyah, it's not very busy right now, so I'm going to ask you really quick a couple of questions. What are some of the most popular ice creams down here at Union Dairy?
Okay, we got Superman. I guess you said chocolate chip cookie dough is a good flavor. We also have orange pudding. Orange pudding goes super fast. Cookie Monster is pretty good as well. And then we have, what's another one? Birthday cake.
Birthday cake. Now, there are sundaes and other things like that also around here. What's a popular traditional sundae that's down here at Union Dairy?
We do fudge sundaes, but we also do turtles.
Turtle sundaes. Those are really good too. Aaliyah, thank you so much. I just want to ask, what makes Union Dairy so special, not only for everybody, but more importantly for Freeport?
I think it's just the environment here. It's very peaceful in here, so it's not like it's very chaotic unless it's super busy. But
so Aaliyah, let me ask, what's your favorite ice cream?
Zanzibar.
Zanzibar is really, really
or
good.
Pirate's Booty.
Pirate's Booty is good also. Aaliyah, thank you so much. And I just want everyone to know that it is National Ice Cream Day coming up. And in order to celebrate, come on down to Union Dairy to not only see Aaliyah, but also to celebrate the greatness of ice cream.
Thank you, Tim. Who doesn't love Union Dairy? But if you want to celebrate National Ice Cream Month at home, we have a fun way to try that out. Paper bag ice cream. It won't be Union Dairy, but it does sound like fun. No freezer is needed for the frosty treat, and you can find the super easy recipe on our website. For vanilla ice cream, all you need is half and half, sugar, vanilla, some rock salt, a couple of Ziploc plastic bags, and ice cubes. You can follow the simple instructions, shake for 5 to 10 minutes, and voila, you've made ice cream.
As we look at the week ahead, we remind you that this Saturday is the FHN Healthy Heart Hustle. You can still register in the morning from 7 to 7:30 a.m., and the Rolling Start 5K run begins at 8 a.m. at the FHN Family Healthcare Center, Burchard Hills. Proceeds from the race will benefit heart patients in Northwest Illinois through the FHN Cardiology Department. For more information, visit fhn.org. Next Tuesday night, July 23rd, the Freeport Public Library is hosting a presentation by John Lynn of the Friends of Lincoln Library called Mayhem in the National Parks. From your chair at the library, you can enjoy the scenery, adventure, and general chaos of a 600-mile mountain bike ride and camping trip from Jackson Hole, Wyoming to West Glacier, Montana, through Grand Teton, Yellowstone, and Glacier National Parks, as well as a big chunk of Big Sky Country. The presentation runs from 6:30 to 7:30 p.m., and no registration is required. Then, of course, there's more music to enjoy in the outdoors in the week ahead, too. Alt Funk puts on a groovy performance for music at Debate Square tonight at 6:30, and this week's Music Under the Stars concert in Krape Park Sunday night at 7 p.m. will feature Nikki Arn as conductor, vocalist Kyla Reisenbichler, and a saxophone solo by Alicia Leeper. And finally, the next Wednesday morning movie at the Lindo Theater is the 2023 film Wonka, starring Timothée Chalamet as Willy Wonka. It will screen at 10 a.m. on July 24th, and admission is only $2. Doors open at 9 a.m. for entertainment and games, and one auditorium at the theater is dedicated for guests who may need more freedom to talk and move around than a traditional cinema setting allows.
As we close, we're pleased to announce that next week's Tuesday in-depth interview will feature FreePod host Alan Wenzel interviewing Rocky and Eric Zuberbuehler. They talk about the challenges and rewards of restoring the old Black Dot building on South Chicago Street in Freeport, which is now known as the Exchange, and what it means to them. Their conversation will be posted at noon on Tuesday, July 23rd. With that, time's up for this week, but tune in again next week for more about Freeport businesses, city plans in progress, area rewards and recognition, local impacts related to state and national news, and more. As we say each week, FreePod couldn't come to you without the help of many local supporters. We're especially appreciative to the Mass Communications Department at Highland Community College for producing this podcast, as well as our many liaisons and reporters from the time they volunteered to bring this news to you. Thank you, Highland, and thank you, Team FreePod. I'm Matt Mullen here with Amy Fisher, and we'll hope you'll check back next week for more news that you've been missing. Thanks for listening.